Hello and welcome back to the end of another week. It is dark and cold outside, but I wanted to show you the wood. A couple weeks ago, we got 5 steers of wood, which pretty much filled up the back there and the side, and we have been going through it very, very quickly, much more quickly than we had planned. But you know, live and learn. Yeah, out here is a giant disaster. This is all cardboard that I'm keeping for the garden, so it'll go up above there. And we are slowly but surely making trips to the dump to get rid of all this stuff. But obviously we still have a lot. Inside the house, let me turn off this light. We have laundry happening in the kitchen. Not much is going on. We're still waiting for the doors, mainly because there is the carpenter is storing a piece of furniture that's going to be going in our front room that used to belong to Francis's parents. So before we harass the carpenter for doors, we want to get this room done so that he can come in one go and bring the big display cabinet as well as the things. We got a table, so it's got the tablecloth on it, but it's totally legit. It's a genuine dining table under there, so that's exciting for me at least. We're still using the outdoor chairs, but eventually we will find something. Chimneys are working. This one works really, really well. So since the air conditioning is still not in the space in this house, and the air conditioning units also do the heating, we've been spending a lot of time in this room now that it's basically done. Francis got all the wallpaper up. The baseboards are done. He did the little frame around the kitchen passageway. Over here, we couldn't do the baseboards all the way because we still needed the doors to open. So he did like a little quarter round to end the baseboard, and then just a little like decorative piece to make it look sort of pretty. So on there, those are both done that way, as is similar to this door here. And so this way, the door pretty much still opens to about there. Which is great. We still need to paint, I painted the frame white, but I haven't gotten around to painting the door, so you can see where some of the paint got onto the door. So this door still needs to be painted, but for the most part, this room is done. We still need to put the covers on all the electrical outlets, but for the most part, we're calling this room done. And out in this main space, the scaffold has returned. So scaffold is up because the wallpaper person is going to start on Wednesday. So that's very exciting. Over here, we have the box of wallpaper. So it's like a peacock blue color. But that is going to be going on these main walls way up there, and then on the wall down here. We are not going to wallpaper the wall that has the X. So that's gonna stay white, and up in the loft is also going to stay white. So basically it'll be blue up the walls, but then it'll be white over there. And we will also have the blue coming on this wall as well. And the blue will come down here, and we'll do some sort of transition to this space where I have grandiose plans to make it aged and pretty at some point. So yeah, if I wedge myself through this tiny little gap, the bathroom is still pretty much off limits. I've finished painting the brown beam. It's kind of hard. We have all kinds of stuff going on here. So yeah, I've pretty much finished painting the brown beam, but obviously the ceiling in here needs a lot more work. So that is still happening. Nothing is happening in the toilet room, but oh my gosh, in the bedroom, we did finally hear from the insurance experts, and they are going to be reimbursing us for the materials in this space. So yeah, we have started. We have the green stuff is like a squishy insulation layer. The silver stuff is a humidity layer, and we have, well, Francis has painstakingly started to lay down the floor. We have found out that it's a lot harder than YouTube makes it look. So yeah, we think we kind of have a technique now. Well, like I say, I'm assisting, he's basically doing the work. But he has a technique now that he seems to think works pretty well, and he will be working on this next week. Over here, yeah, we haven't replaced the panel yet. It's still cracked. It's kind of hard to see. In my space, I'm kind of starting to move in. So my mess from California is beginning to get unpacked. Obviously the bed isn't staying in this room, so we're trying to hurry up and finish the other room so that can move. But I did get myself a thing that kind of fits into this closet space pretty well. I'm still not convinced I like it, mainly because I'm not a very white person. I prefer kind of the old wood colors, but this is such a weird size that it was very difficult to find anything. So I might still look for stuff, but in the meantime, I have that. I've been unpacking tons of boxes. We used my entire fabric collection to protect our stuff. So a lot of my fabric is being unpacked from the brown boxes and into the plastic boxes, which will eventually probably get stored up in the attic. Speaking of which, let's go upstairs. So up in the attic, nothing much is happening and it's hard to see, but it is what it is, and eventually we will get to fixing that space. This toilet room, nothing's been happening, but in these rooms, we actually have some furniture. So it still echoes pretty badly. But we have started getting stuff for these spaces. So yeah, he got some beefy tables, and there'll be basically another workstation here and another workstation here. And we're thinking about putting some tables out this way, and then potentially some more tables around here. This is going to become like the hobby space for the 3D printer, and potentially my sewing stuff and the engraving station, and things like that will all go in this room. This room is Francis's office. So that I know is for the printer, so that if I have to print anything, I can just kind of nip in and get it without disturbing him too much. But we are waiting on kind of a ladder shelving unit and a desk and some other pieces that are going to go in the space for him. He picked the light up there, which is hard to see, but there it is. It's pretty nice. It goes with the rest of the furniture. And the air conditioning unit will be going up into that little cubby space. So this space is getting there. Things to come, like the biggest, most exciting thing is going to be the wallpaper of the space. We've been waiting for months, literally, to have that done. So This is gonna be white. Ceiling is gonna be white. This is gonna be blue up to a delineation over there. So if I get closer, you can see he's marked where, so this is going to be white, and then the wallpaper will go from here this way, and we'll make basically a little baguette frame type thing that's gonna go here. And the reason for that is because on this side, we have this very, very clear delineation here. So the wallpaper will go from here this way, but this is going to be white. And so we wanted to kind of mirror this on that side. So that's the reasoning behind there. And then this entire space will stay white. And I think I mentioned last week that we're thinking about turning this into like a little reading nook library thing. So yeah, exciting stuff. We're gonna continue working on the bedroom. And if we're lucky, by the next video, this room will be blue, which will be very exciting. And maybe the floor in the bedroom will be in, but we'll see. So in the meantime, have a great week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.